Welcome everyone, this is Pineleaf and today we are going to be taking a look at the items that you get for pre-ordering the Legacy of Morgoth. When you first log in after it, you will be receiving a title. In fact, you'll get 3 titles, but I'm going to go through these in the order of the levels of each of these packages. So first let's look at the standard level. In the standard level, you'll be getting the Defiler of Morgoth's Legacy. And on top of that, as this is the first character that I logged into after making my pre-purchase, I managed to get these items in my inventory, in addition to the titles that were bestowed upon me. And in these, we have these 3 frames, these 3 sheets. There are frames, so let us start out with the frame that we have in here. Now the frame is going to go to all of your characters, and I must say I'm not exactly impressed with this particular frame in here, though I heard that they are going to be making some tweaks to the frame. So this is probably why they are doing it, because the square in here and all that just doesn't look exactly right in there. So I'm hoping that'll be fixed when they make some adjustments to the frame. So you'll be getting a frame for each level of the purchase. And of course you'll be getting the content for the expansion for once that comes out, because that's the entire point of it. If they didn't give you that, then it's just a regular supporter pack then, right? And we'll also be getting a small map carry-all to the first character you log into. That is why I'm showing you from the first character in here, because the first character, what's on the bottom line here is what goes to the first character only. So this is a small map carry-all. So if you open this up, then you have 10 slots, and each of these slots can hold a stack of maps. So if I just gather this up, then all these maps that I have in my inventory right now are now in my carry-all, and most of these I have a single copy of, but I do have 2 of some of these. So can you actually use them from the carry-all? I guess that's sort of a good question to have, which is most likely a good one for me to use right now. How about... Okay, if you double click it, it puts it into your inventory. Alright, that's what we know though. So double click it, puts it into your inventory, then you can use the map and I guess any remainders in the stack that you have left after that, you can go then and return them into the map pack so that you could do that. So you either, of course, put this into your shared storage. And so that works. Speaking of shared storage, I believe that you get 10 extra shared storage slots at one of these. You do get an extra character slot in this. Actually, I guess that's the first thing you see, is that in your login screen you'll have 1 extra character slot. So you get the extra character slot, you get the instance cluster, the content and all. You get a level up 150 level up package. This was actually not in the original thing that they're saying, but they are adding a 150 level up package that is being delivered after an update in a couple of weeks. So you won't be getting that immediately, so I don't see this in here. And that'll be for one of your alts in here. This is a level 150 character, so obviously it won't do this character any good. But I have other characters on this server who could use that particular package. Then we get the portrait frame as I showed you here, and the title, The Defiler of Morgoth's Legacy. So that's all you get for the basic package, and that's pretty typical what you get for the basic package. So what do you get for the collector's edition? Well, of course you get all that I just said here, plus what's in this second column here, the first 3 rows of the second column. First, these is the elaborate Ecarbon frame, so a more elaborate frame. So let's have a look at this one. There you go. So that one seems to blend in a little bit better. But I think they're also make some adjustments to this, since that they are concerned about it overlapping some other items in there. So they are going to be toning that down a little bit. So we'll see how it looks in the future. But we also get the Legacy of Morgoth Collector's Edition bonus items. Oh, and oh yes, the title. What title do we get for that? Let's go to our character setup here, go to our titles, and this is the Defiler of Morgoth's Legacy. Then we have the Sand Walker. So make that active. So Pint C Sandwalker, which is a rather strange name. Well, I guess I could say that I'm going along the beaches then, even though, of course, this is really for going through the deserts. But it would be appropriate for walking along the beaches also, I presume, which would be more appropriate for a mariner, I suppose, at least thematic-wise. Now, I put this third title to the side here because we also get the Legacy of Morgoth Collector's Edition bonus items. This, of course, will go to all of your characters. And in here, we get a mount, the Steed of the Sand Striker. And you'll see that we have a theme with all of these items in here. So if we go and take the Sand Striker mount, Steed of the Sand Striker, there we go. And here it is. This is a really nice one. This is actually, to me, one of the nicer mounts that I have seen in a pre-order package or anything like that. Very often, they look a bit overly done here, but I think this one seems to work out just right for me. And we have this nice snake motif on it with the cobra facing the back of the horse. I like this one. And I think it goes reasonably well with what I'm wearing at the moment. So maybe it'll really go well with a character I have that is wearing umber colors or something like that. But anyway, that is the Steed of the Sand Striker. And we, on top of this, we opened up the Sand Striker's Wardrobe Cosmetics. And we have all these items in here that we can wear. So let me don these and show you them off. And here we are in the new cosmetic set. Now, most likely I will be doffing the helmet and the shoulders. I never could get along with shoulders on most of the pieces that I see. I can understand how they're there for protection, but it looks in the game, I never quite liked how they often interfere with anything. I prefer mantles or something like that that don't take up too much space on there. And also, I prefer to go without the helmet. So let's have a look at the way I would probably normally wear this when I am in this outfit. So let's get rid of that, and let's, oh no, yeah, get rid of that, get rid of that. There you go, and alright, there you go. And this is how it looks without the large items on there. And as you can see, this goes very, very well with the mount. There you go. I think it's a nice perfect fit, obviously, because they are both from the same set. So they work very well together. Now there's also a hooded version of the cloak, but you can just imagine if I'm not too keen on the looks of cloaks, then probably not going to be wearing the hooded one all that much. And then we have the Tome of the Cobra. And this is our newest fit. Obviously, this goes well with the clothes I'm wearing, since we have the Cobra motif on them. So you also get the Cobra here, which will follow you around as usual with the pets. And we also have a milestone style emote because it seems to be something that now there's very common with sets in here, new milestones in here. And this one is milestone pack. Milestone pack. And in milestone pack, then whenever we want to journey somewhere, let us have, let's see, where's a good place on here? So you see I start packing up and putting in personal items into there. I broke it just before it did that, so it went to actually transport me. But essentially, it shows you packing up your items and getting ready for the journey. And then you journey off. So that's actually a nice fitting milestone skill in there. So I think it's a nice understated one that really fits what will actually you might be doing before you go around on a little journey there. So I think that's a real nice one to have. So that is it for what we get on the second layer of it for the collector's item. You have the cosmetics. Oh, that's right. The improved expedition supplies contains boosts and supplies for purchasing the collector's ultimate edition of the Legacy of Morgoth. So yeah, for collectors or the ultimate edition, you get one of these. I'm not quite ready to open up this box yet until I'm wanting to use them. But this includes some reputation acceleration tomes so that you get rep with whatever facts you're working on. And I think I'm going to save that for when I'm actually doing the content in there. Then some a Virtue XP accelerator. That could always come in handy. 10 XP accelerators, which I'm definitely sending to another character, meaning one that's not at level cap. And then some rare crafting components, which I'll send to one of my crafters. Now, this thing is bound to account, so as long as you have a group of people who wants the various items in there that are all on the same server, you can send them to them. Now, I'm doing this on a server where I have a large number of characters, so I could be sending them all over the place into there, depending on which character needs them the most. Right now, I don't feel like clogging up my inventory, since you can see it's pretty much clogged enough as it is. Now, that's what we get then in the ultimate package. Now, there is also one more thing called the Scorpion Surprise, which is a bauble in there. And what's a bauble? Now, we don't know 100% sure on it exactly, but based on what they've hinted at so far, it looks like that a number of items that are currently used as gimmick items in your inventory, especially the ones that are lasting there, non-consumable, those things are going to be converted into an item into your collection panel, and that you'll be able to use those from your collection panel or as a skill on your skill bar, as you do with emotes or with your mounts or anything like that. And this will be mainly things like your fireworks. You have all these fireworks that you get in. Yeah, because like this thing right here, this soaring pinwheel fireworks. This is a permanent item in here. I can't get rid of it from my inventory because I use it. There's cooldown on it, things like that. This could be converted into a bauble, and these balls will be able to do it. So we have a Scorpion Surprise. What's a Scorpion Surprise bauble? I don't know. I guess that's going to be the surprise. I'm just thinking if it shows you trying to eat something and a scorpion pops out of your food or something. I don't know. I guess we'll find that out as things come along. Well, in about 5 weeks, when the Legacy of Morgoth is scheduled for release. Though, of course, as Cordovan reminded us, that is their current target date and not the guaranteed date. But we'll see how things work as things come along in the future in their development cycle. Now that we've handled what we get when we are doing the standard items and also what you get for the collector's edition, what do you get with the ultimate edition? Well, let's have a look at that next. The title that you get is treasured. So this is a prefix title instead of a suffix title. And just about every other title I have is a suffix title. So here's a prefix title, so it would be treasured pine seeds, and would be the name when I am using this title. And of course, we also get the treasured increment frame. So treasured seems to be a theme of what we've got into here. So the treasured frame then has the blue inside and a little bit more subtle with the gold on the side than the other two. So of the three that we have so far, before they make their upcoming changes, this is my favorite of the three, which I suppose is par for the course when you consider that this is from the Ultimate package. And here we have the Legacy of Lore Ultimate Fan Bundle bonus items. These are the bonus items that you get along with the Legacy of Morgoth. And here we have actually two mounts. Actually, also the Tome of the Treasured Jackal. Let's bring out the Jackal and see what's there. Okay, the Treasured Jackal is right over here. Alright, so here's our Jackal. And looks like we have some things on its feet. I think jackals are a new mob that we have in here. Obviously, it's modeled after the wolf and other canids that they have within the game. And then we also have the very definitely modeled after the wolf. Okay, let's see. Grant the Wellspring Defender movement style emote. So this is the /move defender. Now there are a few issues with the defender one. This is something that they plan to fix. And you see they give you a default weapon that you're holding in here, and you're moving along with this weapon like this. I wonder if the item that they have is that you've got a... Where's your... Oh, where is my hand in there? Okay, I am... Alright, yeah. So you're holding a two-handed weapon as you're going in here. I don't know if you get your own two-handed weapon if you are one who carries one. Maybe we should have a look at this with my captain and see what you're carrying. But I can't imagine trying to carry a halberd this way. You look like you're getting ready to run in the battle with a two-handed sword. Probably not something that I will do on this character, that's for sure. Maybe a champ or a character of that style may find this as a good move to it. Other than that, maybe I'll try something a little bit more whimsical. So that's the new move in there. So I guess I'll go back to the default move style and use that for now. Alright. Now we also of course get two mounts in this case, and one of them is an aurochs. So let's have a look at this one. Or I always have trouble pronouncing exactly what this is. Aurochs. Oh, oryx. Oryx. Okay. And when I first hear it, I was thinking that they're saying aurochs, but obviously there's a big difference between an aurochs and this antelope that we have here. So this is the new type of mount that we are getting with this particular expansion in here. I think it has something to do with some desert elves that we'll be meeting. And I would presume that there will be ways of getting some of these in-game also. After, of course, the release of it is that they might have different models or something like this. But actually, this is also a really nice mount. So this is also in my category of winter mounts in here. So we have this one. Actually, this might go better with my original outfit that I have in here. Yeah, I think this goes more with my mariner costume, and the other one, of course, goes better with the sand striker in here. But I think they're both good mounts to have. And then we have here the Steed of the Treasured Wellspring. So let's see if you have the Wellspring. Oh, mounts. Yes. All right. Did I not? Oh yeah. The Oryx of the Treasured Wellspring, and oh, because I still have Oryx in there. Okay, Wellspring. Okay, and Steed of the Treasured Wellspring. So this is more of a traditional mount. And it looks like there is some treasure in there. Look at that. That is, I would say it's not overstated, but it is a bit ostentatious, I should say, with all that gold in there. Very, very expensive on the tack there, but it's certainly not something that gets in the way. So I think I like the mounts that we have in this overall. So I think my favorite, though, is the Oryx. But I think that if we're in a situation where a horse might be better suited, I think I could live with this one. So I think that works also. So those are our mounts that we have in there. And that leaves, our wardrobe cosmetics. And in here we have the usual type of things that you get. So let's see what this looks like on me. And here we are with this set. Now, this looks like a set for a desert view. I could see having this. It might be hard to see in the desert with that particular cloak. And that may be intentional because the clothing looks like it could be out of place there. And I think maybe if they wanted to hide, they could easily use the cloaks to wrap around themselves. Well, I presume that I know in the game it just looks like it stays on the back, but I could just imagine wrapping yourself in your cloak so that you could hide or something like that. Not quite as effectively as in one of those Lothlorien cloaks, but I think it will do. There we are. Now, the shoulders are less overstated than the other one, but somehow the idea of, and it looks like gold in there, and I would presume gold plated at least. I mean, I certainly wouldn't wear gold armor because that would be completely ridiculous, both from the point of view of weight and of protection. But having some gold plating on there, I guess, might be just for show. Let's get rid of the cloak, and oh yes, that is a coiffure over there. And actually, let's have a look at this with the. No, actually, those shoulders actually work better with that collar than some of the other shoulders I have seen. This is one where I might even consider wearing the shoulders, which is rather unusual for an elaborate shoulder set. There you go. Now, the weapon aura I have here is called the Treasured Weapon Aura. It seems to be emitting this gold tone. Is that a gold? Actually, it looks more like a copperish tone to me. It's maybe someone with a more discerning eye and color could give their opinion on the matter. But there you go. A nice little sheen to go with it. How about adding it also to my offhand? Can I, right? Well, perhaps if I go on and off on that, because I think I've seen that it sometimes. Alright, there we go. Is that. Yeah, right, it seems to be showing now. But certainly not showing as much as it does on the... Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, I see they're glowing. If you look at the proper angle, or maybe not. Maybe I was just seeing what's background there. Yeah, okay. The main weapon is much more stated than the other one. And we also get the ultimate expedition supplies. And as I said last time, this is something I'm likely to distribute over my various characters. This has 25,000 virtue XP. So I'll find character that most needs the virtue, probably is what I'm going to give on that. 100% XP boost for 1 hour times 5. Obviously, I am going to give that to a character that needs it rather than a level capped character. Virtue XP acceleration times 4. Probably to the same character that gets the Virtue XP Accelerator times 1 that came from the other package. And, a carry-all of my choice. Actually, maybe I better open this up just to see this. Alright, this is Lexington Treasured Carry-All Selection Box. So let's see what our choices are in here. We have a Large Healer's Carry-All. That's 50 stacks of healing potions. I'm not too sure that I need a large healer carry-all. Large crafting carry-all. Yeah, I could get one of those because I have plenty of characters that are in desperate need of crafting carry-all. Actually, what is the crafting status of this character? I don't think this character is craft, but I guess those are all food items or things that I've been carrying for other characters. Yeah, because I certainly don't need craft here. So one of my crafters could probably get that if I choose that one. Large task item carry-all, large essence and tracery carry-all, large map carry-all, just in case that small one that we got isn't enough. And here we have a large instrument carry-all if you are as... Well, I think it would be overkill for a mariner. I mean, a minstrel, of course, having a large carry, or if you're in a band, it'll be useful. I think a mariner could probably get away with a small instrument carry-all or something like that, so I'm not too sure I would get a large one for it. I mean, I'd get a large instrument carry-all. Maybe if I get this, I'd give it to my minstrel. So I suspect my minstrel already has an instrument carry-all. Large housing decoration carry-all. Oh, tempting. I could probably fill that with what I've got right now. I think half my shared storage is filled with that. And speaking of shared storage, I have not spoken of that yet. The shared storage, if you go into here, you'll see that I have 292 capacity used in my shared storage. When I was getting ready to start this video and preparing for it, I was at 300. Well, I was at exactly 300. That was my limit before I made this purchase here, because 10 shared storage slots is another one of the items in here. I forgot where that is in this particular set, but one of the items you do get are 10 shared slots in addition to what you've added to whatever you had in here. So that'll be, of course, all nice and working here. So now it's 310, and because of the map carry-all, I had 8 of them taken out from here. So I'm starting to get a little bit of my space back, but obviously if I was at capacity in there, that's going to very quickly fill up again, because that's the way things happen. But in any case, this treasured carry-all, oh yes, we were looking at carry-alls in here. So perhaps I would use that for housing, because housing, this is my housing section in here. That could really help to clean up my shared storage a little bit. So that's a possibility. Large die carry-all. I think I already have a die carry-all. Large war spoils cart. This Oh, I think this is for. Oh, yeah, this is for monster play. And large junk item carryall can hold up to 50 stacks of junk items to sell. Hmm. Something to consider there. Probably a medium, probably better for me. I suspect I'm going to be getting the housing decoration carryall, but I am going to wait a little while before deciding on that. Whatever I do, I'm hoping it'll help me with my inventory issues that I have there. I mean, the issue of what's currently there. My issue of pack ratting is certainly not going to be solved by that. And then we'll have, of course, the Virtue XP tomes, the Legacy of Morgoth legendary item treasures. These are little things too. Using this box grants a legendary item selection box, an assortment of traceries, and no one fits character appropriate to your class, and tracery tokens allowing you to barter for the traceries of your choice. It's probably something I could give to a character of mine that is just reaching level 150 and 141 that someone gets there. So I do have a character that's inching his way up to 141, so maybe I could reserve it for that character. And Legacy of Morgoth treasured virtue XP supplies, yes. And I think that covers everything. Now, there will be monster appearances for your monster play characters, which probably I won't even bother looking at. And then we have the usual housing item teleporter that you get when the release comes, since it won't teleport you anywhere until the release. In there, we have the titles that we spoke of earlier, and we have the treasured currency bonus trait. I have absolutely no idea what that is. I will presume then that this is for those who did the Ultimate Edition. I'll presume then that there is some sort of currency you have within the world in there that you get a certain number of this particular coin whenever you complete a quest, and you can use this for bartering in there. I am going to assume that this means that you get a bonus additional ones when on top of what you do. So if you do a quest that awards 10 of the new currency, I'm guessing it'll give you 11 or 12 instead. That's a guess. But that's all I can figure out that they might mean by a treasured currency bonus trait, because it sounds like something for whatever the currency. So I presume then that that's going to be the name of the new currency that we are going to have when we go into the area. Now, there is going to be a treasured smoking bauble, which I get the impression, based on the images that they're showing for the promotionals, that this is probably going to be a hookah or something of that sort, assuming I pronounced that anywhere near properly. And I think that is it for what's expected as we're coming along here. Now, the current projected date, I believe, is November the 6th, which is about 5 weeks after when they opened all of the pre-orders up. We'll see if 5 weeks is enough for them to get the game ready so that it could be able to release without any egregious bugs in there. We know there are always going to be at least some small bugs in there, but let's hope that they could have it without any egregious ones. And that is it for our little look at what is available for the pre-order in here, for what you get when for the Legacy of Morgoth. Of course, the most important stuff will be the upcoming content that will be included when you do your pre-order. And that is whatever quests you have in there. I was going to say the bauble system. I think the bauble system is technically going to be free for everyone. In other words, that everyone will have the bauble system, but that there will probably be some baubles that you will get by doing the content. For example, a quest reward or a quest series reward might be some sort of bauble related to the quest. That's, of course, a complete guess, but I think they're going to try to lean into this a little bit, into the content, so that these baubles that you'll be getting there, I think, are going to be the bauble related stuff that you'll get with Legacy of Morgoth, that it'll be part of the content in there, but that the bauble system, like being able to do your fireworks as baubles instead of having to keep them in your up in here, I suspect that's going to be available for any One Piece. I think that's the easiest thing for them to do. But that's just a guess. I don't know too much about the bauble system yet, and we will have to find that out when the time comes. But that is it for now, and we will be all nice and ready to head out into the deserts when we have the release of the Legacy of Morgoth. What character I will do? Well, maybe not on a mariner, at least not immediately, but we'll have to see what that is when we return for that. Until then, this is Pineleaf Needles reminding you to quest responsibly.